do with the chords? Do we just play broad chords like this? I mean, yes, but it's also kind of boring after a while. So what we can do, the easiest way to do it is actually just play them separately, right? I can play up here also with the melody to sound a little nicer. And then we can also use inversions. Now, what else can we do? I think last time we talked about, right, a fifth and an octave, right? So we can do that. So what I'm doing here, I always want to do something extra. Sorry about that. So here, we have a fifth and an octave. So what we do is, so because the E is still in the chord, right? It's the chord note. And D is not, we call them a passing note or non-chord note, but because we're going through it, so it sounds okay, just don't stay there. It sounds kind of dissonant with the same chord. So what we do, right, you can go to the E passing the D. Right, so you don't have to do it all the time. Maybe you can alternate between this fifth and octave and go to the E. Now I go to the F before I go into the C at the end because, let me show you again. It sounds nice, right? Because we're having C at the top, so C is the first note, right? Fa la do. In the F, we have C in our F chord. So that's why we can use C. We can do G, for example. I can try G. Right? It sounds wrong, but if F, actually in a lot of hymns, if you go to church, you have sung any hymns at school, the choir. A lot of the times, actually, at the end of like for example, like Amen, I call this like Amen chord, a plagal cadence. So it's actually a 4-1, right? Amen. So we always keep the same note on the top. Amen. So we can use 4-1. So that's why the same thing here. Right? We can use 4 into 1. And actually, there's a lot of variation with this song in terms of chords because we don't have to just use 1-4-5. We are staying with these 3 chords because it's easier to start with when you start playing, trying to put chords together with the melody that you know. Let me see what kind of chord we can do. Okay, I'm gonna try I'm just gonna try it right now. Okay, some random stuff. So I didn't really prepare for this. So there's a few more chords that we can use, or changing it from the major chord to minor and give it a little flavor. like say at the end, right, again. Right, so C, G, and then instead of using 1, we can C chord, we can use F, right? And then we can add another chord. So what I did is actually from the F major, the 4th chord that is in the C major, go to the flat chord, F minor. So basically you just have to flat the 3rd to A flat. And that's why I teach students to practice their scales and arpeggios, because they are very useful. So you're like, how do I do this, right? I only can do this, right? A lot of people are afraid, oh, I can't play outside this octave, just keep going. Well, try to play throughout the keyboard, starting from bottom. Right, try to be comfortable with the keyboard first, right? You can play anywhere, and then you can play different inversions, as long as it's C. I think I talked about that last time. So play around with 1 chord, right? And then arpeggiation. I mean, you don't have to make it even complicated. Just 1 octave is fine. I know this already sounds complicated, but it's not really. It's just the inversions of C. Right. And then you can start to do maybe. Actually just play the 5th and octave pattern in the left hand separately, right, each note, and then go with the first inversion with that chord. Right, so I start on the B instead of start on G. I mean, of course you can start on the G as well, but you have to go up a little bit. Right, but it sounds like more disconnected because we don't actually connect them from here, right, instead. So there's some gap in terms of sound, and not just, the keys. That's fine, but maybe this sounds better. So you want to sound better, maybe start with the first inversion. Same with the other chord. We actually also talk about the minor chord, so you can do. Okay, this is not really the chord that we will talk about, but the same thing. Right, we can do it minor, and then we can go raise the 3rd of the chord. I'm going to talk about those extra flavor chords in the next video. But right now, sorry, let's go back to the C, Silent Night. Right, so you don't have to always stay here in the same octave, you can move up. So you can move up and add some chord notes, right? Same chord, and just I'm playing just that. Basically, the last 2 notes of this phrase, right? You can add it up here, right? Right, so you can go up or you can go lower. That would be in C major. Now, if you know the solfege, we can move it to F major. So same thing with F major. So we're going to start on the C, right? So with the chords, it'll be different because we're in F major chord, F major key. So the first chord will be F, and then the second chord what we're gonna use is the fourth chord, right, with the B flat, and then the fifth chord, the dominant is actually C again, but it's in F major. So So when you know the solfege system, the movable though, you can move a melody to different keys, especially a simpler tune like this. So I know it's not that easy at the beginning. It looks easy, I know. That's what my student always tell me, oh, you make it so easy. But yes, I know that it's not that easy. But with time, learning the solfege system, singing the melodies in the songs that we learn in lessons, it really helps to know how to move a melody from one key to another and then put the chords there. So singing, even though doesn't seem to be part of the piano training, but actually it is, because knowing how to identify the chords, or knowing the melody is really helpful. So that's why singing would really help, especially you want to learn how to improvise and play songs by just hearing without reading. So definitely try start with C, and then you can move to the F, and then of course you can move to any key if you know the solfege system really well, like I do. Let's see, we can go. To any key because I know the keys really well. So the scales is actually part of the deal, right? If you know the keys, where the flats are, then it's easier for you to find the chords and move a melody from one key to another. I hope you enjoyed this video and you can try your own version of Silent Night. And until next time, this is Stories Wong. Cheers.